I am Claire Ann, and I'm going to discuss the chapter 3, marginal analysis. So what is marginal analysis? Marginal analysis is an examination of the additional benefit of an activity compared to the additional incurred by the same activity. In other words, marginal analysis compare the benefit and the cost of a specific output. So marginal analysis used by company as a decision-making tool to help them to maximize the potential profit. So we're going to discuss the chapter 3 activity. This is the given in a chapter 3, which is marginal analysis. Ito yung mga given. So the assumption is consider the company who manufactures Sinovac is a perfect competitive firm. So they produce Sinovac. Here the assumption. Consider the perfect competitive firm Sinovac during the pandemic. Want to maximize profit. Sinovac manufacturers consider 19 vaccine at a unit $4 based on your study of marginal analysis. Help Sinovac realize its profit maximizing objective by doing the following. So, by answering this table, we can realize the profit maximization. So, these are the given. The first step to make a profit maximization, we should have a total revenue. So our total revenue, here the formula, the total revenue is equal to unit price multiplied by quantity. So on that assumption, our unit price is 4 pesos. So we going to have a formula. 4 times the quantity. So our first quantity is 10. Our total revenue for 10 quantity is 40 pesos. And same as 20, just bend it down. So fixed cost. So when we say fixed cost, these are the costs that can change or do not change no matter or regardless the quantity. So we just bend it down because it is fixed cost. So we assume that um every we produce the quantity or of Sinovac, we have a fixed cost of 10 pesos. And the variable cost is already given because variable cost is are the costs that change dependent on the quantity. So to calculate the total cost, the formula is total cost is equal to fixed cost plus plus variable cost. So we're going to formulate um, fixed cost plus variable cost is equal to 90. So same as other, bend it down. So to get the average fixed cost, sa quantity or sa zero quantity, we have 0. Because if we have if we divide the fixed cost over zero quantity is equal to 0. So our formula is fixed cost divided by quantity. So fixed cost, our fixed cost is 10 divided by our quantity, which is 10. We have a result of 1 peso. So bet it down, same process. So sa average variable cost, same as formula on average fixed cost, but in here, we're going to use variable cost. So our formula is variable cost divided by the quantity, which is 20. Bend it down, same process. Then the profit. Our formula for profit is equal to total revenue less total cost. So revenue 40 less the total cost, which is 90. So negative 50. Bend it down, same process. Here we have the same result. You can see the 70 and 80. So here pa lang we can here we can say that we have we already attain the maximum maximizing quantity. Next is the marginal revenue. So our formula for marginal revenue is marginal revenue is equal to total revenue number 1 less total revenue 2 divided by quantity 1 over less quantity 2. So same process as others. So we're going to formulate. So quantity 1 less quant retot sorry, total revenue 1 less total revenue 2 divided by quantity 1 less quantity 2. Oh my god, wrong formula. And so bed it down, same process. Same as marginal cost, the total cost 1 less total cost 2 divided by quantity 1 less quantity 2. So equal quantity 1 ay cost 1 in here we have going to cost 2 because the cost 1 is already provided and cost 2 ay the marginal cost 1 is already provided and marginal cost 2 is already provided. So we're going to um find the marginal cost in the third quantity. So we're going is to total cost 2 less total cost 3. So, close all parenthesis para di tayo magkamali sa formula. Divided by sa quantity 3, quantity 3 less quantity 4. Ay, quantity 2 less to quantity. So, 22. So, yan. So, same formula, but so, this is the table already given. And the next is, so we're going to the activity. We just answer the table. Here, we copy paste. Kinopy-paste lang natin yung sagot natin dun sa Excel. Kaya tayo nag-Excel is to show how we get these answers. Tsaka, mas madaling gumamit ng Excel kaysa sa mano-mano. Isang formula lang then bet it down. So, here the assumption. So, ito yung mga hinahanap. So, number 1, fill in the missing input in the given production, revenue, cost, profit to schedule for figure with decimal rounded off into decimal places. Formulas are found in consumer and producer on chapter 3. So, kanina, di ba, pinakita ko sa inyo yung mga formula na ginamit ko nung nakuha ko tong mga sagot. So, nakuha ko yun sa Consumer and Producer Module Chapter 3. So, isa sa mga kailangan natin is Isa sa mga instruction is kailangan round it off into 2 decimal. So nakikita naman natin yung sagot is round it off into decimal. Number 2 is graph simultaneous by the following TR and total cost curves and marginal revenue and marginal cost curve like the one on the next page below. Quantity on horizontal axis while TR, TC, MC, and MR on vertical axis. So, nakagawa na ako ng graph. Ito yung graph. So, nilagyan ko lang ng up and down bar. So, in here, ito na yung graph ng the total revenue and total curves. So, nakikita nyo itong mga black. So, makikita natin itong 70 and 80. Meron sila, almost same yung bar nila kung makikita nyo is equal. So, dito na natin masasabi na the company already attained their maximization or maximum or higher productivity or higher maximum profit dito sa 70 and 80. Kasi dito sa table, 'di ba? Here the table, dito yung 90, yung 90. So yung 90 nakalocate siya sa 70 and 80. So ang graph nagpapakita na mayroon silang equal profit. So, here sa quantity 70 and quantity 80, is already obtained. So, here na parang the company should think kung i-continue pa ba nila yung pag-produce ng Sinovac or hindi na. Kasi they already obtained the maximum profit. So, in this graph, we can see that if the company continue to produce, they will suffer a great loss or incurring losses. If they stop here, they will avoid the incurring losses, and they already maximum or attain the right product or the higher amount of the Sinovac that they should manufacture to maximize the profit. So, and dito naman is the MR and MC curve. So, dito natin nakita sa MR marginal revenue and marginal cost curves. So, 'di ba nakita natin sa table na meron tayong marginal revenue na ang etong kulay blue is kita natin dito. Ito, marginal revenue is all puro 4 siya. So, yun yung nandun sa graph, puro 4. Then sa 2, ito, iba-iba yung marginal cost natin, right? So, dito din siya, ito yung pinakita. So, quantity 80, nag-intersect yung marginal revenue tsaka marginal cost curves. So, doon na sila nag-intersect. Ibig sabihin, the company should stop the producing of Sinovac here in quantity 80 because it is the higher amount that they should manage. So, yun yung discussion ng charts. Based on the schedule, determine the profit maximizing quantity of Sinovac. Clue, there are 2 profit maximizing quantity. So, based on the schedule, determine the profit maximization quantity. So, we already find na-discuss ko na yung determine the profit maximizing quantity. Where it is located here. Diba? 90 yung profit nila here. Ito, yung 70 and 80. Nandito sila. 90 yung profit nila. So, yung higher profit nila is 90. So, it is located at quantity 70 and 80. So I conclude that here we should the company should stop producing the Sinovac to lessen cost. Next is the number 4, using the TR and TC curve as reference here. A TR and TC curves here. What do you observe in the gap between this of two profit maximizing quantity of Sinovac? So I answer is I observe in the gap between the curve on two profit maximizing quantity of Sinovac, the lesser the quantity, the lower the cost, and the lower the quantity, the lesser the revenue. Therefore, to maximize the profit, the total revenue must greater than total cost. So, additional lang dito sa TNR, na-discuss ko na kanina na ito ngang mga gap na 'to is nagsa-sign siya as they already attain the higher gap, the higher maximum profit. So, ibig sabihin 70 or 80 quantity. They should focus on producing 70 to 80 Sinovac to lessen the losses. So, as I discussed before, so dito nga yung dalawang yun yung makikita. Parang the higher the gap, higher the maximum profit that they will enter, that they will have. Kasi 'di ba? Yung blue is the total revenue, while the orange is the cost. So here, the more the more the higher the gap, the more the higher the maximum profit they will earn. So dito 70 and 80. Next is the using one of the profit maximizing quantity. What do you observe in the MR and MC curve? I observe while using one of the profit maximizing quantity is an equal marginal revenue and marginal cost. So I observe that here they intersect in 80, 'di ba? 'Di ba kanina we have two profit maximizing quantity, right? So I sabi on the figure na isa lang daw. So I choose 80. And here 80 the MR and MC curves are intersect. So they intersect, right? So this means or therefore the marginal revenue and marginal cost is equal to each other. So here na kailangan ng hindi na madagdagan yung quantity ng Sinovac to lessen the losses. So yun yung understanding ko based on this line graph, right? Kasi kapag mas tumaas na yung marginal cost or the cost rather than the revenue, then losses na yun. Kasi hindi na siya makakabenta or hindi na siya nag-earn. So, in here, in the quantity 80, the company should stop or should not add any quantity because they attain the maximum amount of the product they should provide or they should produce or manufacture. So, that will be all. I hope you understand what I've discussed, and thank you.